this first. And our whole topic tonight is around the basics, the foundation, and how to build a solid business, basically, starting from square one. So some of you guys I see on this call are already awesome coaches, like rocking it in your businesses. I think this will be most beneficial for new coaches. So make sure that you share this with your new coaches. Even ask your discount coaches if they want to learn more about the nitty gritty side of what we do as coaching, because this would be a great intro to them on what it is that we do every single day. But for you veterans, also, some of the things that I'm going to go over, I've been slacking in, and I completely forgot that that's what got me successful. Because I was really thinking back to when I started, like, how did I start making $600 in my second month or third month it was, and then more in my fourth, fifth, sixth. And so what were those things? And some of them I don't do anymore. So it was a wake up call that I'm going to start doing again. So before we get into that, I'm going to share my screen and go over some recognition. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. So for Locked It In on this 31st day of August, we have myself and Becca Grau with 22 points, Nicole Faulkner with 20, Zoe Friedel and Brittany Wade, Chelsea Romano all with 14, Sarah Marshall, Jennifer Gull, Gretchen Hawley, and Lindsay Webb with 10, Jess Vunk, Ashley LaSure, Erin White, Nicole Maston, Dolores Finnemore, Brandy Mark, Chrissy McKenzie, Amanda Lonis, Mallory Flynn, Lauren Himbolt. Is that how you say your new last name, Lauren? Yeah.
It's aimbow, like you're aiming a bow.
Aimbow, not Himbolt at all.
Yeah, super French.
Aimbow. Okay. So Lauren Aimbow. All with 8 points. And then with 6 points, we've got Carly Dunleavy, Ashley Robustiano, Jackie Newberry, Tiff Miller, Liz Massarone, Jessica Callahan, Shannon Mataraki, Kara Decker, Samantha Tobias, Kate Tennyson, and Kate Clark. So congratulations, you guys already locked in Success Club. And those of you guys that are almost there, I truly believe that every single person, if you're working the business and doing the activities that you need to be doing, everybody in the almost there column can hit Success Club by tonight, again, if you're doing the action. So don't count yourself out. We've got Taylor Winchester, Nicole Stickler, Sandy Knox, Julianne Lundy, Steph DeNovi, Ashley Bissell, Carrie McGrath, Heather Schwartz, Lana Lawrence, and Chelsea Knapp, all with 4 points. And then with 2 points, we've got Kim Benson, Joellen Benson, Audrey Zakaria, I can never say her last name either, Brittany Hayes, Lauren Cole, Michelle Aquino, Coley Firstoss, Sarah Roche, Alexander Gefter, Christina Zafuto, Jared Gull, Jessica Bridge, Tara Hance, Amanda Wolf, Katrina McCarr. Maybe there's a mistake there. Okay, Katrina, Emily Anger, Travis Maston, Heather Stanford, Jolene Green, Emily Squire, Brooke Kratzer, Patricia Flynn, Cassandra Jackson, Violet Parker, Rhiannon Jan, Myrna Romero, Annie Lovejoy, Jess Brotherton, Leandra Corey, and Krista Love. Also, you guys, if you see at the bottom, we have last week, we helped 149 people collectively as a team, and this week we've helped 191. I don't know about you guys, but I love like having a solid number. Like when I get a check or like the bill at a restaurant, I always round up to like whatever it is. So I feel like we should shoot for at least 200. So that's between all of the coaches on our team on this last day. We only need 9 more people. So that's my personal goal for Fit Vibes Tribe. Moving on, this is the last week of this current leadership ladder. So those of you that have moved your business forward will now be featured as of September 5th is when it will be updated, I believe. Yeah. But as of this month, team leaders are myself and Nicole Faulkner. Team builders are Ashley Bastiano, Jess Vunk, Tiff Miller, Sandy Knox, Chelsea Romano, Brandy Mark, Mallory Flynn, and Lana Lawrence. Business starters are Audrey Zakaria, Jackie Newberry, Zoe Friedel, Brittany Wade, Jennifer Gall, Emily Anger, Chrissy McKenzie, Gretchen Hawley, Harrison Hancock, Amanda Lonis, and Laura Wilcox. And for those of you guys that don't know, since this is kind of like a new coach call, the leadership ladder is my favorite recognition because it's not only Success Club, right? So the whole slide before was all Success Club points and all of that, which is basically commission, right? But leadership ladder is not commission and building a team and really moving your business forward in other areas, not only just hitting Success Club. So I really like that. Any other recognition that you guys want to share with us?
I have some recognition.
Go for it.
I have 3. So 1, everyone on my Team Cup team has Success Club points, which I think is super awesome and exciting. So that's me, Sam, Kate Clark, Heather Schwartz, and Chelsea Knapp. Also, Kate, for the 2nd month in a row and 2nd time ever, has hit Success Club.
Yay! She was nervous what you were going to say, I could tell.
And also Monique, who's not on this call, but I think she's going to watch the recording, she just started classes up again, getting her master's program. So she's going to be coaching and doing a master's, which is super awesome. So
nice.
Proud of her.
Cool. Anyone else? Feel free to shout out your own self too.
I want to shout out a new coach that I have. She's like a challenger turned coach. She's not on this call, but her name's Hallie Gibson. And today I met up with her and had some coffee, and she's just so on fire to get started. So just want to shout her out and just, send some love her way because she is going to be a rock star. I already know it.
That's awesome. I love those calls. And like when you get that vibe from someone, it's so exciting. Awesome. Well, welcome to the team, Hallie, if you're watching the recording. Anyone else? No? All right. So I'm going to dive right into our topic of the day, which again is how I specifically built my business to be a solid business and 6 figures. And yeah, the nitty gritty stuff that I did. I also want you guys to know that I built my business to 6 figures while working full time. I had more growth in my business than ever when I did have a job. So if you're working full time, that is no excuse for you not to be able to succeed. Lots of people are able to manage multiple things, work, family, hobbies, Beachbody, all of that stuff. So you really can do it all. So you just need to prioritize your business. And I'm going to walk you guys through exactly, what's she doing there, Lauren? Oh, thanks, Mallory. Walk you guys through exactly what I did, starting with a plan. So one thing I did every single month as a brand new coach is I planned out my month, and I did it for you guys here. And I think it's backwards, but I'm just going to show you this and then tell you the dates. What I do every month is I plan what the biggest events are. The big events for me are any sneak peek groups, like sneak peek into coaching or anything like that, as well as when my challenge group starts, and then anything else that's this month. So this is perfect timing because tomorrow is September 1st. So I'm going to walk you guys through the events that I have on my calendar and then tell you what I do with them because I take it one step further. So for my events, just so you guys can jot it down, on this Sunday, September 3rd, we have a UK Founding Coach webinar. So it's for anybody in the UK that's interested in learning more about what we do as Beachbody coaches. Everybody can be inviting people to that. So if you have UK contacts, I really think of it as a win-win. We cannot go wrong in the UK right now. Send out that vibe. I think you'd be an amazing coach. Would you be open to learning more about what I do? Short and sweet, and add them into the sneak peek, and hopefully that will allow people to learn more about what we do and get them signed up. So again, that is on Sunday. We also have a team-wide Shakeology Taste Tester group. I'll go more into that in a little bit. That is starting on Monday the 11th. We have my personally my personal challenge group will be starting on the 18th, that next Monday. So I know that a lot of you guys do your own groups, which is awesome. If you wanted to join mine's starting on the 18th. The 21st is a sneak peek into coaching. The 23rd or 24th, depending on where you're located, is Super Saturday. Most of them are actually on Saturday, the 23rd, but in Rochester, I'm on the market council for it, and we're doing it on Sunday. So there's that. And then the last, okay, so those are all of the main events, and I'll write them down for you. I'll kind of accumulate them all at the end of this call. Those are the biggest things that I have on my calendar. The reason I have them on my calendar is so I know what to be doing to prepare for that, right? So the UK webinar is on Sunday. So right now I'm inviting to the UK webinar. I'm not even thinking about the coach sneak peek. I'm not even thinking about Super Saturday or anything. I have my focus, right? So I'm focused on inviting people to that UK webinar. Then the next event is the Shakeology Taste Tester group, which is on September 11th, that Monday. So if you can see, this is the UK webinar. This says invite to the Shakeology Taste Tester group. So this whole week, all I'm doing is inviting to the Shakeology Taste Tester group. Now, if I'm talking to somebody and they're telling me all about their goals and whatnot, I will present the challenge pack. It's not like will not talk about challenge pack or will not talk about coaching, especially if I'm following up with someone that we've already talked about that. But all of next week, the 4th through the 9th, or not even through the 9th, tomorrow, the 1st through the 6th is when I'm going to be inviting to the Shakeology sneak peek, which is where I'm setting everybody up with Shakeology samples. 2 ways you guys can go about doing this. One is you can buy a box of Shakeology through your account if you need to be active, or your spouse's account or family or whatever. You can buy a box from them or from yourself. That way you have 90 PV, so you or whoever you're buying it from can be active, and then you can sell the samples to your clients. I would sell them for $5 each. So you could send, if you wanted to do a 3-day, I'm going to do a 5-day group, but if you just wanted to send 3 different flavors, so say you got the barista challenge pack, that's 3 different flavors, you could sell the whole box individually in sets of 3 to different people for the challenge group, for the taste tester group, or just send them the link to sign up with the sampler pack so they can try all of the flavors. So I'm going to be doing that right up until the 6th, and then I will be hosting the Shakeology Taste Tester group. I'm probably going to ask some other girls to co-host with me just so we can get some new fresh faces in there as well, and it's not just me. That whole week, people are tasting Shakeology and hopefully loving it and learning all about the benefits of it and all of that. And then that whole week, I also am inviting to challenge groups. I don't know if you can see here. I have Shakeology Taste Tester group, but my pink item that I'm focusing on is inviting to challenge groups. And I'm not just inviting 5 people a day. I'm inviting every single person that I think would be a great fit for our challenge group. I'm inviting people that joined our Shakeology Taste Tester group because for them, the hardest part for me is getting people to think they need Shakeology in their life. After a sampler group, most people are like, okay, yeah, I want this. Like, I want more of it. So I'm inviting those people to a challenge group and people that like my posts, and we'll get into all of that. Then the challenge group starts on the 18th, so I switch my focus and invite to coaching. I only invite to the coaching opportunity, you guys. If I'm following up and we've been talking about a challenge pack, yes, we'll still talk about challenge packs and whatnot. But any new invites that go out are all for working the business, okay? And then the last week is invite to Clean Week. So Clean Week doesn't come out until October, so I'm not even going to spend a lot of time talking about that. But that's what I do. So having a plan is not only knowing the dates of the things that you want to be doing with your business, but also knowing and planning out what to do to have success in that. So if your goal is to have 3 people in our Shakeology Taste Tester group, then you know you've got to be inviting to that before it starts so they have time to get the package or you have time to mail it out. If your goal is to have, 5 people join in your challenge group, you need to be probably inviting, let's see, if you want 5 people to join, maybe 100 people, depending on the connection that you guys have, if they're cold invite, warm connection, things like that, but invite 100 people to get maybe 5 people to join. And that's really all it is with the whole planning, is make sure it's planned out, pen and paper, you know what to do, and you know what you're doing before that event starts, so you're prepared. When I did this, you guys, I was so organized, and I always hit Success Club by the 15th, partially because that was my goal. I wanted to help at least 3 people within the first 2 weeks of the month. And then the second 2 weeks of the month, I was promoting my coaching business, joining our team. And I think that's one reason why I grew so fast, is because I was inviting to the business, right? I wasn't only inviting to challenge groups. I was scared shitless to invite people to coaching when I didn't even have a team. I had nobody to train, but I did it because I knew that that's how you'd grow an income. Okay. So that's the first thing, is have a plan. Next, and by the way, you guys, I've got 4 things. We just went over the first one. The second one is set a vision and then break it down into goals. And your vision can be anything, you guys. I'm just going to share with you guys what my vision was. My vision, and maybe vision is even too strong of a word, because when I started coaching, I never, ever planned to coach full-time. I liked my job. I got to travel globally for my job. It was really cool. I just wanted to earn a little extra money through coaching. So my vision wasn't very big at all, but I had the motivation to win the free trips. I joined, and I said to myself, if I join, I'm going to be winning these free trips. I'm going to be going on them. And so that was, I guess, if you can call it my vision or my motivation, was those free trips. Now, to earn those free trips, you have to hit Success Club. And not only that, but you have to, there was this extra promotion going on where if you hit Success Club 10 every single month of the year, then you'd get extra money. So it became my no matter what goal to help 5 people every single month. Why? Because I would win the free trip. That's it. That's literally it, you guys. That was my motivation. And by doing that, it just compounded over time, right? Because the 5 people I signed up, say this August, also reordered Shakeology the next month, but I helped 5 more people. So it's commission from last month and 5 new people. And then the next month, it's those 10 people plus 5 new people, and then 15 people plus 5 new people. So it just keeps compounding. And no, not everybody stays on Shakeology for the rest of their life, but you get the idea. My retention rate is actually pretty low. I have people stay on Shakeology about 3 months, and then they decide to cancel. But 3 months of continuous compounded income. So Success Club 10 was my goal. So let's break it down even more. So that vision for me was a free trip. How do I get there? Success Club 10, which is helping 5 people. How do I get there? I need to be messaging people and starting conversations. So I think breaking it down to that level isn't always fun, because it's fun to think about the free trips, right? It's fun to think about getting the 2-star bonus or earning $100 in a week. Those are the fun things, but thinking of those will not get you there. So break it down. And if you need help doing this, message me or your upline coach. We can do that for you or help you do that. So have your vision and then break it down into tangible goals that you know how to reach. Like if you invite this many people, you are pretty much guaranteed to hit that Success Club number, or to earn this much income, or to, advance to a certain rank. The third thing is share your story, share your journey. The way that we do this mostly, obviously, probably, is posting on social media. And I don't want to only say that, because I do have some coaches that are awesome in person. Like they go to networking events, they seek out networking events, or maybe it's for their business, but they go and they talk about Beachbody and stuff. So you can totally do that. You can do a meetup event. one time when I lived in Boston, they had meetup events. I don't know if you guys have that where you're from, but it was an outdoor workout. And so I went there and I made so many friends, and the person who led it eventually joined as a coach. She's no longer a coach, but just showing you, like, get out there in the public as well. But we've got to be sharing our journey on social media, especially because even if you go out in public, you're limited to the number of people you meet and to the location that you're in, which is why I love social media. So regarding posting, as a new coach, the biggest fears I hear is that you are going to annoy your family and friends, and that then that's something around that. Like, you're going to annoy them. You don't want them to unfollow you. You're nervous of what they're going to think about you. They're going to judge you for, posting about your flat abs, all of those things. So I have two things to say to those of you that are nervous about posting. One is that 1 to 4% of your followers actually see your posts, and that number is decreasing every single day. It used to be 10%. Now it's 1 to 4%, you guys. So the people that that are following you likely aren't even seeing your posts. If they are not seeing all of them, because the same people aren't on at 7 a.m. as the ones that are on at noon on their lunch break, or those that are on right before bed at 9 p.m. So they're not seeing your posts. And then I also ran into this quote that I did a live video in, so you may have heard this earlier this week, but I wrote it down so I don't mess it up. It says, you'd care less about what others thought of you if you realized how seldom they do. And when I read that, I was like, holy crap, that's right. People don't care what we're doing. They don't care. They might, they're not even thinking of us. They're not thinking, I wonder how Mallory's workout is today, or I wonder how Kate is feeling today, or I wonder what Gretchen's dog is doing today. They're not thinking about us, you guys. I'm sorry to break it to you, but they're not. And then even if they were, I don't know, do they really care? Probably not, especially our cold market, you guys. Have them unfollow you. They're not going to be prospects anyways. They're not going to be a rockstar coach. Have them unfollow you. Do you, and don't let others get in the way of your success. I share this because when I first started coaching, I was afraid. I was nervous of people that they were going to judge me. I was nervous. I didn't even post a before and after until 3 months in, because I was so scared of sharing myself in a sports bra and leggings or something. I was terrified for a few reasons. One, I was nervous what my dad would think, because he's super protective, and he would of course say, you're showing too much skin, you're showing too much body. And this was before, I don't know, it was so brand new to me that when I had those concerns too, I didn't want creeper men to see me, and they don't, well, maybe they do, but they don't reach out to me. So I was nervous about what my dad particularly was going to think. I was nervous about what people from high school were going to think. I was nervous about my closest friends. Surprisingly, those were the people I was most nervous were going to see my post. So what did I do? I created a Facebook like page, and I only posted there. And I shot myself in the foot, because it's really hard to build engagement. I invited all of my friends to like my fitness page, but not everybody liked it. And so it was really hard to build my business, because I was limiting the number of people that were seeing my posts. I only started to share more of my fitness journey on my personal page until I realized that Ashley LaSure liked this. Maybe more people would like it on my personal page. Or Gretchen was telling me that I posted an inspiring photo, and I was like, oh, cool. Maybe somebody else would think it was really cool, because I really did join to inspire other people. And slowly but surely I built the confidence, but I'm telling you guys, don't do that. Post publicly on any social media platform, Facebook, Instagram. You can totally create a Facebook like page, but don't only rely on that. So post and share your journey. People don't know. They don't know what they don't know, right? They don't know that you're looking to build 5 pounds of muscle, or lose 5 pounds, or eat healthier, or recover from some disorder, or, they don't know what your goals are if they're not seeing you post about it. And also, this is a relationship business. I can promise you, you will start having more success if you focus on building connections rather than selling challenge packs. The more open you are in your posts about what you're going through and what your goals are and all of that, the more relatable you are. So when you share that you are, you eat brownies every single night, just one brownie every night, but you've noticed that in the morning you wake up feeling groggy and you're just working on nixing your sugar addiction, or eating no brownies or just one brownie a week. Obviously, there are much bigger scales of this, but when you share that, you are attracting the person who also eats brownies every single night, or the person who always eats brownies on Sunday nights, or the people that just maybe binge eat at night. The more relatable you are, the more people will want to work with you. If I were to not work on if I weren't to get vulnerable, people wouldn't join me. They'd see me as just selling challenge packs and promoting this business, but they don't know me, right? I get people reaching out to me now because of the fact that I share that I do like sweets, that I have a sweet tooth, that I love coffee. It doesn't have to be a bad thing either. Your addiction to coffee, all of that stuff. So the more relatable you can get in your posts, the better, because, you're relating to people. They want to be, not only do they want to join you, but they're struggling with what you struggled with or are struggling with. So get vulnerable. And also, I do suggest posting 2 to 3 times a day. I'm not going to go out there telling you to post 5 times a day, because I don't even post 5 times a day, even though that's what Beachbody says is 3 to 5 times a day. I post 2 to 3 times a day, once in the morning. For me, what works well recently is around 4:30 in the afternoon, and then in the evening. Why? Because before I was coaching, those were the times I was online. When I was getting ready for work, before driving in, when I was ready to leave work but couldn't leave yet because it wasn't 5, and then right before bed. So think about the times that you were online before you knew that you had to be online as a coach, and post at those times. And then share different things as well. We have tons of resources for you guys. So it doesn't all have to be a long, sappy, I'm on a fitness journey, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't have to be that, and I encourage it not to be that way. We have a website, fitvibestribe.wordpress.com. Lots of tools there, but underneath the category of posting, if you click on examples, there are lots of different examples there. And I'm going to open it up really quickly to show you guys so that you know where it is and that you can also share with your guys' teams. So here's the website. And then again, under posting, there's examples. And there's 3 different groups of examples here. A list of exact 5 to 6 daily posts you can do every single day of the week. How much simpler does it get, you guys? They don't even need to think of their story in the beginning. They can just come here, open this up, and there's 5 to 6 posts every single day that they can do. Option 2, the My Weekly Posting Plan. I like this just because it's colorful and fun. But Monday, Tuesday, every single day of the week, what to post. And again, I post 2 to 3 times a day, so I don't do all of these, but especially for a new coach, it gives you guys ideas of what to share. Like, I would never really share what I'm doing right now. Why would people care? Oh, now they care because they're doing the same thing, or because, they lead a similar lifestyle and you just want to be relatable. So this is a great site. 5 Myths of Shakeology posts if you did want to share those. Daily posts for your first 21 days as a coach. So literally 21 posts that you can copy paste. So lots of tools there for you guys and for your team. So that's the third thing, is really just share your journey. Share the good, share the bad. I get the most engagement, most follower increase, most challenge pack sales when I share my struggles. When I share that, like recently, I have these pair of jeans that fit perfectly in in December. Somehow by January, I couldn't even pull them up over my hips. And then and I shared that. That was my post about how I fell off track enough to where my favorite jeans didn't even fit anymore. I got so much support from that, but then I just built off of it. In March, I was able to pull those jeans up. I couldn't zip them and definitely couldn't button them, but I could pull them up. And so I took a photo of that from December to fitting in them, January to not being able to pull them up, to March and now pulling them up. And then I did it recently because now they zip, right? And so I brought my followers on that journey with me. Having a transformation of any sort is crucial to your success. You need to be showing people that what you're doing is working. If you stay the same physically, mentally, emotionally, habitually, and even like a new habit you guys has changed, if you're staying the same, people won't believe you. They won't want to join you because they don't see any changes in you. So you must have a transformation. Slowly but surely share with your followers that journey. And my last, two more tips. Message people. I know of coaches, one of them used to be my success partner, where she never really messaged people. She was so good at getting people to come to her because she was so vulnerable and because she also focused on, yes, her fitness, but also Harry Potter and Disney and all of that stuff. So lots of people came to her and they saw her posts, and believe it or not, people actually dropped their email when she said drop your email below, or they actually messaged her when she said message me. That doesn't happen for me. And right away, as a new coach, I was messaging people, and I did a few different types of messages. One, I did thank you messages. A thank you message, for those of you guys that don't know, is just, hey girl, thank you so much for liking my post about blah, and then end it. I have a whole file for you guys on this, but end it based on what the post was and who the person is. Thank you so much for liking my post about my transformation. Are you also on a health and fitness goal? Thank you so much for liking my post about my chia seed oatmeal. Do you also like chia seeds? Anything just to start a conversation. Number 2, I invited them to challenge groups. Initially, I was inviting them to Raina's challenge group because I co-hosted one with her. And I was just inviting. She took care of everything, and that's what I offer for my new coaches too. Don't worry about hosting your own group right away. Just get the invites out there. Invite. And we have tons of scripts for you guys on this, but don't be afraid to invite. Inviting is how you will build an income. It's how you build your business. People can watch your journey all day long, but if you're not telling them how you can help them, they're not going to sign up. And then the third thing is invite to coaching. If you're not telling people how you can help them not only get fit, but build a solid business or win free trips or, find a fitness family or whatever it is that you value about coaching, if you're not inviting to that, people will not join you. It seems like duh, almost, and maybe at least to me, but it's like you have to get over your fear of inviting. People want to join us. They do. If they don't join you, they'll join somebody else because somebody else invited them. So you have to be inviting and to be messaging people. So those are the different types of messages that I do. Thank you messages, invite to challenge groups, and I also invite to free groups, right? Like our Shakeology taste test, or if I did a free 5-day water challenge, and then inviting to the coaching business. All right. I think that's scary as a new coach, but just know that everything you need is here for you. Don't be afraid to invite to the coaching business because you don't know how to lead a team. You're not supposed to know how to lead a team. That's where I'm here to help you, or your upline is here to help you. That's where we have documents on, say, okay, you signed your first coach. This is what you send to your first coach. This is what you do with your first coach. This is how you do it. So know that you're not supposed to know the answers to everything. This is definitely a learn as you go business. Get out there, do the things you need to be doing. And when you get that first coach, message me or your upline or your success partner, whoever. And we're here to all help each other build each other up and build businesses. The last thing, you guys, is break out on your own. Honestly, I was thinking back to the differences between what I did when I was brand new and other coaches that joined around the same time as me, and my success rate compared to theirs. Or a lot of the ones aren't even there or coaching anymore. I broke out on my own. Like I said, I hosted my first challenge group with Raina. And then from there on out, I did my own. And I really think that inspired me to work harder, because I did not want one person in my challenge group, right? Not only was my goal Success Club 10, so helping 5 new people, but knowing that I was leading it gave me that much more power. And also, what's the word I'm looking for? It gave me the belief, I guess, that I could be a leader, that I was owning my own business, So I did that. I started hosting my own groups. I started inviting to my own groups. And so that really gave me the feeling of power behind my success. Like, I was in control of my success because I was putting together these groups. I was doing the inviting. I was doing it all on my own. Another thing I did, again, first I started off with Raina. Raina used to do these weekly calls, and they were coaching opportunity calls. And so the first one, I joined with her, where she shared everything it was about the coaching opportunity, but I asked her if I could be her guest, and I shared my story on there as well. So I did that the first time. Maybe it may be twice, where I just shared my story and then she took it away. And then guess what? I did it on my own. I hosted oh my God, you guys, it was so scary. And my first 2 calls that I did, 0 people joined. You could tell because, and again, at the time it was phone calls, so now we do webinars, but you could hear like little dings as people hopped on the call. And I was on with a coach because I asked one of my new coaches to speak about her journey. Nobody joined the first 2. The third one I did, maybe 3 people joined. So they weren't successes, but I did them consistently every single month, and I started to build a team. Not only that, but I was showing my team how to build a team, right? So I was doing that with Ashley LaSure. She was my very first coach. She was the one sharing her journey, but then I took over. And then I said, hey, Ash, you should go host your own. Kim, you should go host your own. Gretchen, you should host your own. And now I think it's even more fun. I hate phone calls, you guys. I hate them. And so it's super awkward. Now it's a webinar. Now we can go live. Now it's more interactive. So for me, it's more fun. But yeah, there are still times where I get 5 people and they're all coaches. That doesn't stop me because I know people are watching and they're watching the recording. So break apart the areas that you feel that you are clinging on to with your coach. Like, you always host a challenge group with them, or you always invite to their groups. You invite to their sneak peeks. I challenge you guys, be the leader, be the boss of your own business, and see what it's like. Do your own sneak peek. The more often you put yourself in the position of being a leader, others will see you as a leader. So when I started posting about my own groups, instead of I'm co-hosting a group, or the more I started posting about my sneak peek into coaching, now I'm being featured on my coach's call. People were like, what is this that you're doing? So you have a team? Talk to me more about your team. Like, it was just a complete switch of being reliant and dependent upon what my coach was doing, and then growing above and beyond and stepping outside of my comfort zone. It was scary, you guys. I'm not saying that it's going to be easy, but as the quote goes, it will be worth it. I promise you. And know that you don't have to do it alone. You can always break apart in pods. I love, love, love seeing my coaches team up, and they host their own Coach Basics group with their whole coach, with all their downline. Maybe it's only 5 people cumulatively, but they're hosting their own group, or they do their own sneak peek group, or they team up and they do their own challenge group. So it doesn't have to be like just you. And it's a little bit more fun, honestly, if you can team up with some people, but break out. Don't be so reliant on your uplines. The more you become the more you put yourself in the shoes of a leader, other people will see you as a leader. So, and that's all my tips, you guys. Those are all of the things that I could think of that I did that led to my 2-year point, which is where I quit my full-time job. I started to earn 6 figures. And that's how I grew. So just to recap, and then if you guys have questions, I'd love to hear them. Number 1 is have a plan of what you're going to be doing in the major events of the month. Number 2 was have a vision and then break that down into goals. Number 3, share your journey on social media. 4, message people. 5, break out on your own. Those are all the things that I truly think helped me grow as a coach. So let's see. Any questions? Kate's on an exercise ball. Nice. I have one over there, and I used to sit in it, and then I just got lazy, but I should do that again.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Going off of your number 2, set a vision, I was wondering if I'm a really visual person, so I was wondering if you know of any place, or maybe I could just create it on my own, but if there's any place where there's like bubble sheets as far as plugging people's names in, because I know for me, I'm shooting for 1 star right now, so I'll just sit there and draw little bubbles of like people's names and like plot where I need, what bubble I need to fill in. But I didn't know if there was any worksheets out there that I could pass along to anybody shooting for diamond, or like if there's just anything like that.
Yes, there is. I'm trying to find it. Oh yeah, I have it right here. Let me share my screen.
Yes.
Like that type of
Perfect.
thing. And I also, one of Carly's coaches, I'll upload this into the team page so you can see it. One of Carly's coaches got things you can put on the wall. They're stickers. Are they stickers? I don't know. They're like laminated, but they're magnets for the wall, I guess, of some sort. And she drew the diagram on the wall, and she was filling in names of the people that would help her get to diamond. So I know you're shooting for 1 star, but that could be something that you have your coaches do if they're also visual. Just like seeing it in front of them every single day is kind of motivating.
Yeah, definitely. Cool, thanks.
Yeah, no problem. I thought you were going to say bubble sheet like this. I pulled it out. This is like, have you seen this one?
Yeah, look.
Good question. Anyone else? I feel like none of the tips were rocket science, but honestly, I didn't do all of that stuff anymore. And I'm like, oh, that would really help me right now, especially the planning. I got away from planning. And every time I'm organized, my month goes so much smoother.
I have one more.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so at what point did you, in your business, like totally honest, did you start to make like an income that was just steady? Because I feel like, I mean, as a diamond, like a lot of the time your income, well, if you're not working, your income's like this. So at what point did you feel comfortable enough to just say, okay, I can do this full time, and I have a steady enough income to pay all my bills and feel good?
So it was 1.5 years in that I matched my GE income, which was $63,000. So when I started to hit that, I made sure I could maintain it. But it was also that same time that I went on my first Success Club trip and got the bug of like, holy crap, I could do this full time. And so that was when I wanted to at least maintain what I was making, but then also earn a little bit over that, so that I could pay my bills and not live so like cautiously, So I'd say that was, that it's different for everybody. Like, I don't know what your financial goals are, but for me, I wanted to be very steady. And so that's when I was earning well, let me log in if you wanted like a weekly.
Yeah, definitely. That would be really cool.
So that would have been April, right? Or let's say May of 2015. Okay, so I was making on average $1,400 a week. At that point, I was 1 star, I think. But you guys, I didn't really work the first 2 weeks of my business. So my first month, I made $150, which was just 1 week because I must have, I sold the challenge packs. And then I got zero the next week. Let me show you guys this. It's just so you guys can see my income progression. And that, I'm also showing you this because it's not linked to diamond, right? So I $5, my first paycheck, you guys, and then 150, then 84, and it's cyclical, right? 300, then back down to 60. and it grew, keep growing. So I signed up in October. Again, I didn't really work until, we can call it November. So November, December, January is when I started earning this. But look at you guys, that's 1 week. And I was an emerald. It was just because I was inviting and talking to that many people. So initially, all of this is just commission. It's how many people are you talking to? It's how many people are you inviting? This is not team. So when I did start to grow a team, I don't even know what, I think it took me 6 months to hit diamond. So November, December, January, February, March, April of 2014. It's the same, see? So this is when I was diamond, and it's even a little bit less than earlier in the year. 1 star, I hit at my 1 year mark. So like October, this is where you start to see my income increase. Again, there are some low months, but that's when I had $700. And it slowly but surely started to increase when I was 1 star. I was 1 star for a very long time, and then 2 star around February, and then that's where it starts going up. But the reason I show you this is exactly what I said. Like, this is not team income right here. This is just commission. So you guys can earn $500 a week just by talking to more people and getting yourself out there a little bit more. And also, like Chelsea, like I said, I don't know what your financial goals are. So, kind of looking at that, maybe that's a better descriptor. Like if you are looking for $500 a week versus $1,000 a week or something, it'll be different for everyone. But you can grow on your own first, and then the team will follow, if that makes sense.
And going off that, I have a question as far as, so Harrison's obviously like in your downline. And so when you sign up customers, not coaches, like just customers, do you throw them on his account so that you can collect the volume, or?
Customers I keep for myself. Only because honestly at the time, Harry and he was just my boyfriend, and our finances aren't shared or anything, and they're still not shared. But I wanted them for myself. I truly just got his account to diamond to help me get to what would have been 3 star. So what my plan was hit Success Club 12, just because in case there was a return, I would still have 10, and then any other coach I would send to him, but customers I would keep for myself to just get higher Success Club numbers.
Sure. I think we should, I think it would be worth a call. I'm sure you've done calls like this in the past, but just like how to maximize your volume in your downline, because it's all kind of like strategy. So I would love to get your guys' take, like everybody's takes on how they maximize their volume so they can collect more cycle bonuses. But yeah, I'm done asking questions.
That's actually my favorite part of this business. Like once my coaches start to grow teams, I love like going into their downlines and being like, okay, this is your strong leg, this is your weak leg, place this person here and that person there. It's a lot of fun. Anyone else? Questions? Do you think this will be helpful for your new coaches? Yeah. What I really think will be helpful is not just to share this recording, but to actually like have a calendar, like take a photo of your own calendar and show our teams, like, this is how we're planning for September. This is the perfect time too, because tomorrow is September. So like having a tangible thing that you can take a photo of, that this is what you're focusing on, and challenging your team to do the same, just in terms of organization, I think would be huge. Like getting them to start to do a little bit of their own and planning on their own. And by the way, did any of you guys have coaches reach out to you about shooting for diamond? Because I'm making the diamond board based off of last week's call. Kate, are you referring to Kate? Okay. I'm writing everyone's names down. Cole, you didn't reach out to me, but your name's going on there. Awesome. Cool. Well, any last minute questions, concerns? Excited to start September? Fresh new leaf? Awesome. Well, thank you guys for prioritizing our call and for hopping on. And as always, if you ever need anything or want to set up a one-on-one call or anything, feel free to reach out. Otherwise, have an awesome Thursday night. Bye, guys.